Am I the a-hole for telling my family that it's not my fault I'm not a twin? My parents struggled to have kids and went on fertility treatments to have my siblings, and the result was two sets of non-identical boy-girl twins who look identical pretty much. The older twins are Max and Amy, and the younger twins are Jace and Lacey. Our family has always been so obsessed with the fact there were two sets of twins born to the same parents in our family, and that they could pass for identical even though they're the opposite gender. Birthdays, Christmas, school plays, sports games, report cards, graduations, and everything was a huge deal and celebrated as this great thing. My siblings had so many parties thrown for them and so many reasons given to get them gifts that it was insane. I was born 6 years after Jace and Lacey, and my family can't hide their disappointment in a singleton. My birthdays were never a big deal, and I didn't get the same attention for Christmas, report cards, sports games, or school plays. For my siblings, the whole family would try to show up and support, and I was lucky to have one parent at any of my stuff. My report cards were never celebrated either. I'm not too close to my siblings, they don't notice me much and enjoy the attention a lot, so it's easy for me to slide through the cracks with them. But even our parents don't put the same amount of attention and effort into me. My graduation was a topic of conversation a weekend ago. My siblings can't make it because of work or college stuff, and the rest of the family was like, well, I guess we don't need to plan around my graduation. I told them I'd still like everyone there, and they said I didn't need anyone there. I asked why my siblings had, and they said it was such a big deal for twins, and when they're one of two sets born to the same parents and could pass for identical, they said that's something to celebrate. I told my family it's not my fault I wasn't a twin, and I didn't get why I was being overlooked. My grandpa said at 17, I don't need to be jealous of the attention other kids get, and as a boy, I shouldn't get caught up in that kind of stuff. I said even teenage guys want to feel like they matter. My family said I was being unreasonable. One of my aunts said I was gaslighting the family, while my grandparents and a couple of other aunts and uncles said I was emotionally trying to manipulate them. They wanted me to apologize to everyone for telling them it's not my fault I'm not a twin because nobody ever said it was. I didn't expect them to change their minds, but I thought maybe they'd at least acknowledge how I felt. Instead, they brushed it off and moved on. It's like I was being dramatic for wanting what they gave so easily to my twin siblings. I stopped talking and just let it go. Am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
Hey kid, this internet auntie is proud of you for everything you've done. It's hard and upsetting right now, but you're showing more courage and strength than they can imagine. And soon you'll be heading to college, and that's where the rubber meets the road. The hardest part about family is coming to the realization that they're not family.
OP replied,
That sure is hard, especially when you always hear about how important families are and stuff. It's not even just from my family I hear that, but in general, and yet I know I'm not as important to them. I'm kinda like a forgotten part of the family because most of the time I'm so easy to overlook. I have friends who notice me way more.
I've got twins, and if anything, we went out of our way to ensure our singleton felt special. People are always fascinated by someone having two or more babies. Our son is just as special.